Hello to you who is tuning in and clicked play. Thank you for joining me for this conversation about Hunger Action Month with Simone of Table Grace Ministries. Thanks for chatting with me.
You're welcome. Thanks for the invitation.
So, tell us a little bit. What is Table Grace Ministries? What are you doing here in the Omaha Metro?
Table Grace Ministries is a nonprofit organization comprised of a few different outreaches to the community. Our mainstay that we opened in 2011 is our community cafe situated at 16th and Farnham Street. And this is a different kind of a cafe. So if you come in, you're going to be greeted with "Welcome to Table Grace. Would you like to volunteer or donate today?" So we invite people of all walks of life to come in every day, have really healthy food. And if they don't have money to give, they receive the same treatment and dignity as everybody else. And we invite them to participate in volunteering for their food or, offering music or poetry or something that they have to give to just really lift up that individual as a fully participating member of Table Grace Cafe. And then we receive food donations throughout the community and are able to put those on the plate. So they get really healthy, fresh, made from scratch meals every day. So that's our cafe. We also have a food truck that goes out in the community, and we can operate as a donation-based food truck, or we can operate as a market value food truck. And really, the food truck helps us to offset the cost of doing our mission outreach at Table Grace Cafe. So if there's a community somewhere or a business, something that wants to hire the truck to come out and serve, we can do that. And that really does go back to impact the lives of the people through the cafe. We have a job experience program. So people that are looking to fill a gap in their resume, maybe they've been in prison, maybe they have been on the streets for a long time and just have a long gap of work history. And so they can come and volunteer with us for 10 days and learn everything they can in the kitchen, gain some confidence, and then we send them back out into the workforce with a job recommendation, resume help, and then also some leads on where to find a job. And then, of course, my pride and joy and passion is the music and development side of things. And so we do a lot of music outreach in the cafe and also out in the community. We have a community choir. We can go to different businesses and churches and share music that we've written. We also engage with other musicians to play and sing along with us. So we have a community choir, and we are putting Table Grace the musical on stage in 2024 that I've co-written. And so look for that to be coming as well, to tell the story of the impact of Table Grace on the community.
I can't wait. That's going to be amazing.
Thank you.
So, as we reflect on Hunger Action Month, what do you really want people watching this to know?
Well, I think it's just important to know that, we are all hungry. I mean, we are created to be hungry 3 times a day. And for some people, that's a real pressing need all the time. You know, like, uh, and for some people that don't have access to the healthy food, they're filling themselves with things that fill them up and that are cheap. And so what we're really working at Table Grace Cafe to do is offer the same kind of healthy ingredients that anybody that has the budget to go and buy from Whole Foods or farmers markets, the leafy greens and the, proteins and different things that really give our bodies the best possible opportunity to thrive. And so at Table Grace, we're working to make that accessible for everyone, not just the people that have the money to pay for it. And the other thing I would say is there's a lot of reasons why people find themselves in a situation of homelessness or hunger, with a lack of access to healthy food, and so I think that the issue of hunger goes much further than we think. And it's also an interesting challenge in our community where it seems like there's an abundance there's an abundance of food, and we're grateful for organizations like Saving Grace that partner with a lot of us and go and rescue that food from grocery stores so that we can repurpose and use that food in our community, because part of it is just knowing how to get the excess food to the people that need it and to be able to work the system so that we can work together and really have the impact on our community that makes the biggest difference. And so yeah, that's what I would say.
As people are considering ways to get involved, what support do you need from the community this Hunger Action Month?
Well, the one thing I would say is your presence matters. Whoever's watching this, being present with the issue matters. Being present with the people that have the challenges matter. And so, with Table Grace Cafe being a community cafe, we want people of all walks of life coming in every day. So, the involvement that we would request is just that people choose Table Grace Cafe once in a while. Like if you're downtown and you're going to Jimmy John's or Block 16, that's great. But just every once in a while, come into Table Grace Cafe, even though you might sit next to somebody who has their belongings in a garbage bag, and you
Mhm.
might sit next to somebody else who lives down by the river. Um, and I know it's a challenge to do that, but it also creates relationships with people that are so, hungry for that kind of relationship, and it goes both ways. I mean, I feel like we're in this together, and so we need you present at the cafe. That's one thing. We also would love to have you book our food truck and come out and serve in your part of the community and partner in that way. That really also helps us to, again, be able to serve at the cafe the people who come in and volunteer for their food. Um, and then the other ways, if you are a donor and would like to give, we have this thing called Matching Monday. And so it's one way that we really incentivize our patrons to give a little bit more is
Mhm.
to engage donors. And let's say that I have somebody for this coming Monday and they want to match up to $500. Well, then we have all this information around that invites people to give more, who are coming in to eat at the cafe, because their donation is going to be matched by that donor. So that's another way to get involved. And then the other thing I would say is just tell people about it.
Yeah.
Let them know that there's this community cafe with no prices on our menu, and we're serving everyone, and it serves really healthy, yummy, amazing food. And we're using garden fresh ingredients and repurposing food that would otherwise go to waste. And you all are a part of it. So we'd love to have you come.